Amber, hello.
Hi, Eric.
Hey. I'm wondering if you could help me out today. I agreed to host a tutorial for some of the tech stuff that we're doing to include in Curiosity Friday, but I don't know everything, and I was wondering maybe you can help me through.
Sure, that sounds good. We
All
can learn
right.
together.
There we go. There we go. Um, Before we continue, I want to say this. I, Reverend Marion, and Kelly had worked really hard in getting last Sunday's service up and running, and we really didn't know if we were going to be talking into a vacuum or not. And when we saw more and more names of people participating and taking part in the chat, I don't know about you, but my heart sort of swelled and it felt really, really good. So anything we can do to help keep that going, um, let's do. Let's do.
All right.
All right. Um, so what I want to do is to start, if I can get this correct, sharing my screen here. We don't need that. I want to show people this is first UU at home. What am I looking at here, Amber?
Well, this is the hub on our website, which was lovingly built by Brian with a lot of help from Cliff. But it's got all of our daily blog posts on it. So we've got a theme for every day of the week, and we've got a little snippet of all of these that's going out as an email every day. But on the website, you'll find the video that goes with the post and a lot more detail than you'll see in the email.
Now we are recording this. This is going to be on Thursday, and I'm clicking on your story time Thursday, and looks like this is going to be your story that was published earlier today. That looks like fun. Thank you for writing out the script here. Um, and we're doing something every single day for people. I'm really impressed. Um, I think I've said in other cases, we're doing some really ambitious things, more than many congregations I know. It's a lot of work, but it also fills me with pride that we're able to reach out to folks in the ways that we are doing. Um, and now we're recording this on Zoom, and we've been looking at Zoom for a bit. If you are unfamiliar, you should receive from Amber or myself or Reverend Marion or a couple other people in the congregation. If you are part of a group or Sunday online that is receiving things, you will get to, we will include this. I'm trying to circle it. The join Zoom meeting. It has a specific code for that meeting. Click on that. What I've been telling people, and Amber, I've got to confess here, I've been telling people that they didn't need to download the Zoom app, that if they just clicked on that link in their web browser, the Zoom would come up in their web browser window. Um, and I tried that on my iPad this morning and it didn't work. So I apologize to people if I've been steering them wrong. Once again, we're all learning this together. Um, so, Amber, you've been using Zoom for several months. Can you talk about downloading and what it's like as a user?
Sure. You can easily download the app onto your computer or on your phone. On pretty much any device that you have, you should be able to download the app. And I think it should be a lot more stable if you run it through the app than if you use the browser. You can experiment and see if running through the browser works for you. It takes a little bit of getting used to on Zoom, but overall, it's not too tricky. Luckily, we're all learning how to do this together as a whole congregation. So we're all helping each other out. We've got a couple like tutorial tips coming up about using Zoom. And if you find like if your internet connection's not strong enough or you can't get the app to work, you can always dial in on your phone and just listen to the audio on your phone as a phone call. That's always an option.
It always is. And what I was trying to do is to share the Zoom window, and I'm not sure that's working. Um, but at the bottom, you'll see a horizontal toolbar. On the far left is mute. Just to the right of that, stop audio. Um, Often, if you're in a meeting, the mute will be activated at the beginning. Um, and so you sort of have to often click on that button to be heard or start video if you want to be seen. I want to also let people know that there's a chat function pretty much in the middle on the bottom. There's a little button that says chat. And then on the right, you will see a black screen and you've got chat. And I just wrote, hello, Amber. I don't know if that will show up on the screen. Actually, I'm pretty sure it won't because I don't think that's recorded. But that's where a lot of things happen there. Amber, do you have anything to add? I feel like I'm going very quick here.
um, with the cameras and the microphones, if you're in a meeting, if you're not talking and you're not using a headset, if you keep yourself muted, then it's
Good.
less likely to create extra echoes and just extra noise on the call from other people's speakers. So that's an option. You can also try using headphones that have a microphone to pick you up. So it'll mostly pick up your voice and not other things in the background. And you've probably noticed that when we're doing worship on Sundays, you can't see everyone's videos. You can only see the presenters' videos. And that's because we're doing worship on Sunday as a webinar. But not having hundreds of video feeds makes it a lot more stable and keeps the
Yes.
connection strong for everyone for worship.
Well, Amber, just to let people know, this is our second take on this. My internet wasn't stable the first time. We got a minute in and then I got booted out. This one is proving, knock on wood, a little more stable. I did notice, and I'm not sure what the recording will pick up, but when you were talking earlier, at least to me, there was a disconnect between your mouth moving and the voices that I heard. That's to be expected. That's not necessarily a problem. It's just something you have to live with. Um, and again, we're going through fairly quickly. Amber, you're absolutely right. The more people on a Zoom conference call, the more important it is to mute yourself when you're not intending to speak. That's very sage advice. I'd like to move us on. Kelly McNeil, the congregation's phenomenal congregational life consultant, has put together two documents to help people navigate Discord, which is it through YouTube or a separate app? It's a separate app, but where did it come from, Amber? Do you remember?
It's a separate service. Discord was originally something that was used by video gamers because you can get on it with your friends and log into a voice channel, and that way you'll be able to hear each other while you're playing a game. Um, if that game doesn't have voice support within the game, basically.
So church has entered the realm of massively multiplayer gaming. Is that what we're experiencing here? I think that's wonderful. Let me see if I can pull up a screen. I will have links in the Curiosity Friday to two documents that Kelly has put together. Let me see if I can get us to the first one, which is how to sign up for the first UU's Columbus's Discord channel. And again, you seeing this at home don't need to write out the URL. It will be, ooh, I just did. There we go. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Getting ahead of myself once again. Like Amber said, Discord is an app that you will need to download. When I did that, it was simple as can be. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Use an email address. You can even create a brand new one. Let us know in your username, a first name, and perhaps middle or last initial so that we can identify you. Um, it will log you in, but you'll need to verify your email. I think many of you have done that, so I'm going to move on. And once your email is verified, you will see a join a server. And this is, you'll see that link there. And I'm going to scroll down. Amber, do you have anything to add? I feel like I'm jumping around a little bit.
The only thing I have to add is that Discord does work pretty well in the browser on a computer. So you can use it that way if you want to. Then you can get the app for your phone, or if you would prefer to use the app on your computer, that's an option. And since the invitations are URL based, if you get lost once you confirm your email, you can just click that link to the server again.
That's right. That's right. And let me also do a plug here. Brian, church administrator, has set up the church with um, an online help link, and I'll have a link to that um, into the text of this blog. Um, he and I and others look at that. I think there was one person who chimed in on Sunday on that. I think we got their answer taken care of, but we are available to help you find that. Once you do get moving on now, once you do get to the First UU server, you're looking for this icon. This is a picture of Deb Balliol's quilt art from the podium on the chancel in our sanctuary. That's what you're looking for. And so I am going to move over now to not that, but Discord itself. This is what we're looking for. First UU Church in Columbus, the Deb Balliol art. Thank you again, Deb. And then what we see here are all kinds of opportunities. There's the welcome page, and we've got a lot of activity there. You guys are just on it. This is coffee hour, which is generally after the Sunday online services, upcoming events. There's a whole page for parents and families, smiles and giggles if you need a laugh, questions you can have. Oh, and we've got a page without any entries. I can't believe it. Unitarian Universalist not asking questions. Um, And then I'm going to jump down a little bit. Here are the First UU at Home pages: Meditation Mondays, Table Talk Tuesdays, Nature Walk Wednesdays. Brian does that. We'll come back to Amber's Thursdays, My Curiosity Fridays, Rev Marion's Justice Saturdays, and our worship experiences on Spiritual Sundays. Amber, if I have it right, correct me please if I'm wrong. These are in bold when a new post is added. Is that your understanding?
That's correct. It'll show up bold like that if there's a new post that you haven't clicked on and read yet.
So I haven't kept up with your going. I'm going to take a risk, and this is the page, and we are scrolling down. That was your first, and there's this morning's. There's this morning's. Um, there is one other thing I want to highlight here, um, and that is voice channels and the voice chat. A number of people were using this after church on Sunday, after the worship experience. I didn't think I had clicked onto it, but Amber, before our call now, I clicked on and I realized that I was hearing people talking. And so obviously I had activated that without knowing. I am not going to lurk now because I don't know what's being said. Um, but it's one of those things that once you sign up, you have to come down here to either mute yourself or to completely deafen the conversation so that you're not lurking and hearing what's going on. Just a little online social media etiquette. Um, we've covered a lot in just a very little time. I hope that you will use the question link if you have questions. Amber, is there anything more that we should be talking about now? I feel like I've yacked for long enough myself.
Well, I feel like we've said a lot. I think just people being patient and remembering we're all learning this together. It's new for everyone, and that's okay. It's going to be a little weird. It's going to be a little different. Maybe we can find some humor in it as we move through it together.
I hope so. I hope so. And let that, no tutorial is going to cover everything. I thank you, Amber, for helping us this morning and helping me. And to Kelly for putting together those tutorials on Discord and for Brian and Cliff Adams, all the work they're doing on the website and to get this up and running. We've also been helped by some members of the congregation getting us ready for Sunday mornings. Thank you to all of you. And Amber, have a great day. The sun is still shining, so enjoy before the rains arrive.
All right, you too.
Take care, Amber. Thanks, everyone.